Imagine having everything taken from you in a single afternoon. Your home, your career, your family, and even your name replaced by a number tattooed on your arm. Most of us would think that's where life ends. But for Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the horrors of Nazi concentration camps like Auschwitz, that was where the most important discovery about the human spirit began. His book, Man's Search for Meaning, has sold over 12 million copies, because it doesn't just tell a story of survival. It provides a blueprint for how to find hope when everything seems hopeless. Today we're breaking down 5 life-changing lessons from this masterpiece that will help you navigate your own camps, whether that's a tough job, a personal loss, or just the feeling that life is missing something. Lesson 1. The Last Human Freedom. In the camps, the guards could control what you ate, where you slept, and how you worked. But Frankl noticed something incredible. They couldn't control what was happening inside a prisoner's mind. He saw men walking through the huts, comforting others, and giving away their last piece of bread. These men were proof that, while you cannot always control what happens to you, you are 100% in control of how you respond. The lesson. This is what Frankl calls the last of the human freedoms. Between the challenge you face and your reaction, there is a space. In that space lies your power to choose your attitude. If you're feeling trapped by your circumstances today, remember, they can take your things, but they can never take your you, unless you let them. Lesson 2. Your why is your survival tool. Frankl often quoted the philosopher Nietzsche. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. In the camps, the first people to die weren't always the physically weakest. Often it was those who had lost hope, those who felt they had nothing more to expect from life. Frankl saw prisoners reach a point of give-up-itis, where they would simply refuse to get up, stay in their filth, and smoke a final cigarette they had been saving for a gay evening. Once they lost their why, their body's immunity gave out almost instantly. The lesson. What is the thing that makes you want to wake up tomorrow? For Frankl, it was the dream of seeing his wife again, and the goal of rewriting his lost scientific manuscript. Having a future goal, a task waiting for you, is what gives you the strength to endure the how of a difficult present. Lesson 3. Suffering is a task, not just a burden. Most of us try to avoid suffering at all costs, but Frankl argues that if there is a meaning in life at all, there must be a meaning in suffering. He compares suffering to the behavior of gas in a chamber. If you pump a small amount of gas into a room, it fills the entire space, completely and evenly. Similarly, a small problem can feel like it consumes your whole soul. However, when suffering is unavoidable, it becomes an opportunity to achieve something through how you bear it. Frankl tells a story of a doctor who was depressed after his wife died. Frankl asked him, "What would have happened if you died first?" The doctor realized his wife would have suffered terribly. By surviving her, he spared her that pain. Suddenly, his grief had a purpose. It was a sacrifice for her. The lesson. You don't have to seek out suffering. That's masochism. But when life hits you with something you can't change, ask yourself, how can I turn this tragedy into a human achievement? Lesson 4. Love is the ultimate goal. One of the most beautiful parts of Man's Search for Meaning describes Frankl marching in the freezing cold, being beaten by guards and shivering in rags. To survive, he began to have a mental conversation with his wife. He didn't even know if she was still alive. Sadly, she wasn't. But he realized it didn't matter. Love goes far beyond the physical person. It finds its deepest meaning in the spiritual being. He wrote, "The salvation of man is through love and in love."
Lesson 5. Stop asking, what is the meaning of life? We often get stuck waiting for life to give us a meaning, as if it's a hidden treasure we need to find. Frankl says we've got it backward. It doesn't matter what we expect from life, but rather what life expects from us. We shouldn't be the ones asking what life means. We are the ones being questioned by life every single day and every single hour. Our answer shouldn't be in words, but in right action. The lesson. Every situation is a unique challenge. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this situation calling me to do?" Being human means being responsible for answering the tasks life sets before you. Conclusion. Viktor Frankl survived 4 different concentration camps and went on to help thousands of people find their why through his therapy called logotherapy. He once said that we have a Statue of Liberty on the East Coast, but we need a statue of responsibility on the West Coast to balance it. The world is in a tough state right now, but as Frankl proved, it only gets better if each of us decides to do our best. If you're feeling lost, start by choosing your attitude today. Which of these 5 lessons hit you the hardest? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep sharing these powerful stories of resilience. Remember, you have a why. Now go find your how.